Borneo's rainforest is like the ancient breath, a living relic of the tropics, a green world so dense, so timeless. It has stood almost unchanged for over a century. With an age estimated between 130 and 140 million years, the forests of Borneo are far older than the Amazon, which is believed to be just 55 million years old. If the forests of Earth are the planet's lungs, then Borneo is an ancient heart, beating silently, witnessing the rise and fall of countless ages, covering tens of millions of hectares, stretching across 3 nations, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei Darussalam. This rainforest is the epicenter of biodiversity. It shelters around 15,000 species of plants, with over 6,000 that exist nowhere else on Earth. It is also a sanctuary for 222 species of mammals, 44 of them found only here. More than 420 species of birds fill its skies, 37 of which are endemic, alongside hundreds of reptiles, amphibians, and fish that glide through the dark, tea-colored rivers. Entering Borneo's forest is like stepping into a colossal cathedral, a living structure with layered ceilings of green. This vertical world is the result of an eternal competition for sunlight. The topmost layer is ruled by giants, trees soaring 70 meters high, living towers that seem to claw at the sky. Their crowns cradle the nests of great birds, eagles and hornbills, both in need of vast horizons, to hunt and to claim their domain. Beneath them lies the second tier, the canopy, a thick, interwoven roof of green, formed by the crowns of mature trees, ranging from 30 to 40 meters tall. The canopy is the beating heart of life here. Bathed in sunlight, it bursts with flowers, fruits, and tender leaves, becoming home to the forest's most vibrant life. Here the orangutans swing with quiet grace. Proboscus monkeys and other primates leap between branches. Squirrels dart in flashes of fur, and countless birds live nearly their entire lives. In this mid-air world, just below the canopy, hovering above the forest floor, lies what is known as the understory. Unlike the great apes of Africa, who often spend their time on the forest floor, adult orangutans, especially females, rarely descend into the dark undergrowth. The canopy is their world. It is where they feed, sleep, mate, and raise their young. Orangutans are also unlike other great apes, who live in large social groups. They lead a life that is mostly solitary. A dominant adult male, easily recognized by his wide cheek pads and large throat sac, usually lives alone. He roams across vast territories, using long, booming calls to mark his presence and to attract females. At the very heart of Orangutan Society lies the extraordinary bond between a mother and her child. An infant orangutan will remain with its mother for 6 to 8 years, the longest period of parental care among all non-human primates. During this time, the mother teaches her offspring everything it needs to survive, from recognizing hundreds of edible fruits to the art of building a strong nest each night, how to find water in tree holes, and how to navigate the labyrinth of the forest canopy. This bond is crucial because orangutans reproduce at an extremely slow rate. A female gives birth to only one infant, roughly once every 8 years. The charisma of orangutans often hides their crucial ecological role. They are frugivores, fruit eaters. Their favorite meals include wild fruits like durians, rambutans, lychees, and various species of figs. By traveling long distances in search of fruit, they play a vital role as seed dispersers. When an orangutan eats fruit, small seeds pass through its digestive system intact. The ape moves far from the parent tree before depositing the seeds, along with a natural fertilizer to help them sprout. This process not only places the seeds far from competition, but gives them the perfect start in life. By spreading the seeds of hundreds of fruit trees, orangutans actively regenerate the forest, maintaining its health and genetic diversity. Without them, many tree species would struggle to reproduce. Protecting the orangutan means protecting the entire rainforest ecosystem. They are not mere inhabitants. They are the guardians, the gardeners of the forest. If orangutans are the kings of the forest canopy, there is another primate that claims its own throne in the jungle depths. A different, yet equally vital ecosystem thrives in the mangrove forests and swampy river edges. Here lives the Proboscus monkey, a primate with one of the most eccentric and unforgettable appearances. Its most striking feature is the nose. Adult males carry a large, pendulous, fleshy nose that can grow more than 4 inches long, sometimes even dangling past their mouth. This curious appendage acts as a resonating chamber, amplifying their calls to attract females or to intimidate rival males. Females, in contrast, have smaller, pointier noses, and because of their big noses and potbellies, locals in colonial times nicknamed them Dutch monkeys, a jab at Dutch traders and officials whose physique was seen as similarly comical. That bulging belly is not just for show. Proboscis monkeys possess a highly specialized digestive system, much like a cow's. Their large, multi-chambered stomachs house symbiotic bacteria that allow them to digest their primary diet of leaves, especially mangrove leaves, riverine foliage, and unripe fruits. These microbes even neutralize the toxins present in many leaves, granting the Proboscis monkey access to food that other primates cannot tolerate. They are true habitat specialists, deeply dependent on mangrove forests, peat swamps, and riverside woodlands. Their lives are ruled by the rhythm of the tides. They spend most of their time in trees near the water, where food is plentiful, and terrestrial predators cannot easily reach them. They are also exceptional swimmers, among the very best of all primates. Their feet are partially webbed, helping them paddle effortlessly across rivers, whether in search of food or fleeing danger. But the forests of Borneo are not only home to charismatic primates. High in the canopy and in the forest shadows, another ruler keeps the ecosystem in balance. The great hornbill, often called the farmer of the forest. This nickname reflects its crucial role as a master seed disperser. Hornbills are fruit eaters with a special fondness for figs, a keystone resource in the tropical forest. They are wide-ranging travelers, capable of flying dozens of kilometers in a single day. The sound of their wing beats is like an approaching steam locomotive, followed by a series of loud calls that end in what seems like a hysterical, almost maniacal laugh. The great hornbill is one of the largest and most spectacular of all hornbill species. After swallowing fruit, the hornbill will fly far from the parent tree before regurgitating the seeds. This makes them incredibly effective long-distance seed dispersers, maintaining genetic diversity across the forest and helping degraded areas regenerate. Without hornbills, many fig trees and other large fruiting species would struggle to reproduce successfully. The most remarkable feature of the great hornbill lies in the casque above its beak. Unlike other hornbills, whose casks are hollow and light. The great hornbill's cask is dense, made of keratin, much like elephant ivory. Its rich color has earned it the name red ivory. This solid cask becomes a weapon in aerial duels, where males clash mid-flight, striking each other in dramatic head-to-head battles. One of the most astonishing aspects of the great hornbill's life is its breeding cycle. These birds are monogamous and deeply faithful to their partners. When nesting season arrives, the female searches for a hollow in a towering tree. Then, with the help of the male, she seals the entrance with a mixture of mud, droppings, and fruit pulp, leaving only a narrow slit. Inside this safe little prison, the female lays her eggs and cares for her chick, while undergoing a full molt, leaving her flightless. For months, she and her chick are entirely dependent on the devoted male, who faithfully delivers food to the sealed nest every single day. This extraordinary ritual is a powerful symbol of dependence and cooperation in the wild. If the great hornbill rules the skies, then the clouded leopard reigns in the shadows. This extraordinary wild cat is one of the world's most elusive and mysterious predators. Its cloud-patterned coat grants perfect camouflage among the dense forest foliage, allowing it to move unseen through the canopy. It is the most agile tree climber of all cats. Its ankles are remarkably flexible, able to rotate backward, so it can grip branches and descend headfirst. Its exceptionally long tail provides perfect balance as it moves along narrow limbs. But the clouded leopard's most fearsome weapon is its canine teeth. Proportionally to its body size, the clouded leopard has the longest fangs of any living cat, earning it the nickname the modern saber-tooth. As the apex predator of the canopy, the clouded leopard plays a vital role in controlling the populations of its prey. Its diet includes primates like proboscis monkeys, as well as other monkeys, squirrels, birds, and even small deer. By keeping prey populations in balance, the clouded leopard indirectly protects the forest's vegetation, preventing certain herbivores from overbrowsing and stripping the forest of young saplings. Its mere presence shapes the behavior of the animals it hunts. Proboscis monkey troops, for example, often choose sleeping trees over water, not only to avoid terrestrial predators, but also as a strategy to detect or escape a clouded leopard attack from above. The clouded leopard is a silent force, driving vigilance and agility in arboreal primates. Yet its shy nature, nocturnal habits, and preference for dense forest habitats make it one of the most challenging predators to study. Much of its life in the wild, including its social and reproductive behavior, remains a mystery. The ecosystem of Borneo's forests is shaped not only by animals that disperse seeds or hunt prey, but also by physical forces that carve the landscape and passive forces that form the foundation of life itself. One living emblem of these forces is the gentle giant, the Bornean elephant. In the forests of northern Borneo lives the smallest and most unique subspecies of Asian elephant, often called the pygmy elephant. Genetic studies have confirmed that they are distinct from other Asian elephants and likely became isolated on this island thousands of years ago. With a baby-faced appearance, larger ears, and longer tails, they are also known for their gentler temperament. The Bornean Borneo elephant is a true ecosystem engineer. Through its daily activity, it actively shapes and maintains the physical environment of the forest, benefiting countless other species. As a herd moves through dense jungle, it carves trails and pathways. These corridors are later used by smaller animals, from deer to wild boar, as vital routes through the forest. By toppling small vegetation and browsing on tender shoots, they create and maintain open spaces, gaps in the forest that allow light to filter through and life to flourish. These gaps in the canopy allow more sunlight to reach the forest floor, encouraging the growth of pioneer plant species that provide vital food sources for countless other animals. Like the orangutan, the Borneo elephant is an essential seed disperser, especially for plants with very large seeds that smaller animals cannot swallow. They consume massive quantities of fruit and can travel great distances before depositing the seeds in huge mounds of dung, rich with nutrients. Elephant dung is a natural fertilizer that enriches the nutrient-poor soils of the forest, and their impact doesn't end there. In the dry season, they use their tusks and powerful feet to dig into the beds of dry rivers, searching for water. These excavations become vital waterholes for many other animals that cannot dig for themselves. The web of life created by elephants is tangible. They maintain habitats for other species, spread the seeds of the very trees that provide homes and food for primates and birds, and enrich the soils that sustain the entire forest. Yet as the widest ranging animals in Borneo, they are also the most vulnerable to forest fragmentation. When jungles are broken into isolated patches by plantations or roads, their freedom to roam is cut off, leading to conflict with humans. Conflicts that too often end in tragedy for the elephants, beyond the lives of its animals. Borneo's forest floor harbors a stunning world of flora, beneath the towering giants like the ironwood tree and the bustling life of the canopy above. The dim forest floor hides its own treasures. It is a world of strange, mysterious, and highly specialized beauty. One of its most famous jewels is the legendary giant parasitic flower, known as Rafflesia. Rafflesia is often called the largest single flower in the world. The species found in Borneo can even reach a diameter of over 1 meter. But the wonder of Rafflesia is not just in its size, but in its truly bizarre biology. Rafflesia is a hollow parasite, a parasitic plant that is entirely dependent on its host for nutrients and cannot photosynthesize on its own. It has no chlorophyll or possesses so little that it cannot produce its own food. It also lacks the plant parts we recognize. No leaves, no stem, and no true roots. Its entire existence is spent as a network of delicate filaments, growing inside the body of its host plant, a woody vine from the genus Tetrastigma. For months, or even years, Rafflesia lives unseen, silently drawing all its water and nutrients from its host. The only moment it reveals itself to the world is when it is ready to reproduce. A large cabbage-like bud emerges from the host's bark, slowly swelling for months before it finally blooms. And yet, the magnificent flower lasts only a few fleeting days. Its appearance is spectacular, with 5 thick brick-red petals, speckled with pale markings. To attract pollinators, Rafflesia uses a brilliant strategy of deception. It releases an odor eerily similar to rotting meat or decaying carrion. This foul scent is irresistible to carrion flies, its primary pollinators. Fooled by the smell, the flies land on the flower, thinking it is a source of food or a safe place to lay their eggs. As the flies move across the bloom, pollen clings to their backs. If that same fly visits another Rafflesia of the opposite sex, pollination occurs. The life of Rafflesia is an extreme example of specialization and dependence. Even its seeds rely on tiny forest mammals, like squirrels, to consume its fruits and disperse the minuscule seeds, hoping they will land on a suitable tetrastigma vine. Its entire life cycle is a chain of extraordinary coincidences, and it is extremely vulnerable to even the slightest disturbance in its habitat.